very special broadcast. And of course, we must pray. And prayer we must this very evening and always going forward. And I will pray in the language of heaven, because Chukwukika Biama is in control of all that we have been doing and will continue to do until Biafra is restored and all the suffering indigenous populations in the damnable zoological republic are set free. Chineke na nke pụrụ ihe niile Chukwukika Biama onye na-efe na aja ha nsọ ya mma mgbe niile. Onye ọbụla na ya na-achị eluigwe n'ụwa na-agba akaebe ịhụnanya gị na ebere gị amara gị n'ọmịiko gị ebe ndị gị na-eze ebere ngozi. Anyị wee na-etoghị agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro. Iwe nye anyị ndụ ala nke dị n'uwere n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-asị na ịja mma niile otu niile dịrị aha nsọ gị. Onye ọ bụ naanị aka ike niile na ọ gbadara aka ya. Anyị wee na-akpọku gị na-asị gị na nke ọma anyị ga-ekele gị, nke ọjọọ ma anyị kelee gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, wee na-etoghị, wee na-asọpụrụ gị n'isi ụmụ gị niile bụ ndị ikwu ndị wee ezi okwu mgbe a kpọrọ ha ka ha wee chekwaa ala nsọ gị bụ Biafra onye nwe na Chineke na ihe n'ikwuru anyị nkwa na o mekataghị ka ndị iro wee were ala nsọ Biafra onye nwe na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe. Agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro ma ndị na-agba mgbagba ebe niile dị iche iche onye nwe na Chineke nna ihere bụ nke ndị dị etu a n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-etoghị, wee na-asị onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile, onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-azọpụta, onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ okwu ya niile bụ ihe na amen. Anyị wee na-asị ezi ebube dị ngọzi na ọtụtụ na ịja mma na nsọpụrụ site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi. Ise ise ise.
Welcome, my amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you are joining from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much and remain blessed. If you are joining me from Africa, Asia, Europe, America, Australia, or any part of the world, I thank you very much for your contribution. Please, each time you watch my video, go to the comment section and put down your comments. That is where we'll learn from each other. We learn a lot from the comment section. I don't speak alone. I am speaking with you. You can equally contribute. You can criticize if you so desire, but do it constructively so that we can learn from one another. That is why we are here. Thank you so much for joining. Remember, you have to say what is happening in your own area. Whatever happens, if you see something, say something. Don't be silent. We cannot allow the conventional media to continue to change the narrative. We cannot allow the conventional media to continue to play down the situation. We will continue to bring the situation the way it is and say it straight the way it is without hating anybody. We are not preaching hate speech. We are not talking down anybody. We say live and let's live. And for those who say we will not live, just like the Fulani Janjaweed have said, they will not live either. Those are the common enemy we know in the contraction called Nigeria. They are fighting against every ethnic group in the contraction called Nigeria. The single enemy we have are the Fulani Janjaweed, and we are standing up to that very challenge, and we make sure that they are not going to take an inch of Biafra land, just as our Mohammadu Buhari Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said. They will never take any inch of our land. We will stand strong and fight them head on, and they will never succeed. They can't defeat us. It doesn't matter how they try. For Biafrans and Biafran friends, wherever you are, if you have not joined the 150 days prayer, we have few days to end the prayer. Please connect to the prayer so that you can be able to receive your own blessing, so that you can be able to receive your own strength, so that you can be able to be focused. A lot of challenges are coming. More are on the way coming. A lot of propaganda is going to come out. A lot of attack is still coming. A lot of confusion is coming from all angles. The only way you can be able to overcome all this is by being prayerful. Connect yourself to our Mohammadu Buhari Nnamdi Kanu. We are so lucky that we have a leader who is not just an ordinary leader, but a spiritual leader also to us. He is praying earnestly for you and I. Praying 7 good times every day. Why won't you join him and pray just once? Just once, why won't you join him? We have every reason to join our Mohammadu Buhari. Connect to him through prayer. Connect to Chukwukika Biama through prayer so that you can know the way to flow. So that the breeze that is blowing will not blow you away. We are heading to Biafra, and Biafra is at the doorstep. We are walking into Biafra. We are only waiting for our Mohammadu Buhari Nnamdi Kanu to join us so that he can lift the flag and we walk into Biafra. It will surely happen very, very soon. For those of you who think that Biafra is far, Biafra is here. We are waiting for Mohammadu Buhari for him to join us into Biafra. That is why we are still talking, and we'll continue to talk. And if you know anything you can do to make sure that our Mohammadu Buhari is being released, please continue to do it. I must have to thank our mothers in the United States. The Umwadas in the United States, they are doing a great job, not just by talking, not just by blabbing. We can see their actions. They are doing everything possible to see that their son, our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is being released. They don't just talk. They are taking action on the ground. There are a lot of things they are doing, which many of us are seeing, even though we refuse to speak about it in order to cause confusion. They are doing a lot of work. We have to support them. Wherever you are, support our mothers in the United States. They are doing a great job, playing their role as a mother, and they are doing wonderfully well. If you are one of those who are talking against our mother, please desist from that. Desist from that. It will not do you any good before the wrath of the spirit of Biafra come upon you. Before Chukwu Abiyama come against you, you should stop that. Continue to support our mothers. Encourage them to continue on that path of truth and path of righteousness, path of consistency, which are the foundation of the IPOB, built by Mohammadu Buhari and Nnamdi Kanu. We must continue on that path. And I also have to thank our Biafrans who are in Biafra land. Every single Biafran that is in Biafra land, even a child, they are playing their role effectively well. They are contributing their part. On that civil disobedience, they are playing their part 100%. And I say, may Chukwu Abiyama guide and protect every Biafran in Biafra land. May Chukwu Abiyama continue to strengthen them. May Chukwu Abiyama continue to provide for you more than ever. Any day you sit at home without coming to your business, when you come the following day, you are going to sell triple of what you're supposed to sell, sevenfold of what you're supposed to get. You will never lack. As long as you're in Biafra land playing your own role sincerely to air your opinion for the civil obedience, for them to release our Mohammadu Buhari and Kanu unconditionally. If you are part of those sitting at home, Chukwu Abiyama will bless you unimaginably. Do not relent in your effort. And for those who have not yet joined, please join that sit at home. That is the way to go. The Monday sit at home, as we all know, have done a great work. It has done a great work. The Monday sit at home, it has made the whole world and the political elites in the contraption called Nigeria and those in the south mainly, they are on a hot seat. That is why the talk about Mohammadu Buhari Kanu is on the front burner in Nigeria today. You cannot say anything in the southeast without mentioning our Mohammadu Buhari Kanu because of the sit at home. The sit at home have shown that 99.9% of the people in the Biafra land are in support of Mohammadu Buhari Kanu. That is why you have to continue on that sit at home, Monday sit at home. Continue on it. And remember, the DOS have announced the sit at home that is going to start on the 5th. That very sit at home that is starting on the 5th. Prepare yourself for the sit at home. From on the 5th until our Mohammadu Buhari is being released on his court day. If you have not prepared for that sit at home, please prepare for that sit at home. Anything you need, go and get it for that sit at home. We are going to sit at home from the 5th until the day our Mohammadu Buhari will be released in the court. We are going to participate. Go and prepare yourself. We are saying this on time so that you can prepare yourself. And for you to save yourself, for you to save your life, continue to follow every instruction that has been given by the leadership of IPOB. Every instruction given by the leadership of IPOB, follow the instruction. That is the way to stay alive. If you flout the instruction, the Janjaweed are going to take your life. The Janjaweed will take your life because the DSS, the only problem they have, the only plan they have is to use what we are doing to fight against us. Each time we announce a sit at home, they know that every single Biafran will obey the sit at home. Then they will send their DSS to go and wait and see those who disobey, to use them against the Biafrans, to use them against the ESN. That is what they have been doing, and they will continue to do it without shying away. That is why each time you hear an instruction from IPOB, each time you hear an instruction from the leadership of IPOB, when they say do something, please do it. More especially, sit at home. When they say sit at home, please adhere to it and sit at home. Because the DSS are using those opportunities to kill the stubborn people. Anybody that loses his or her life during the sit at home actually dedicates his or her life to that death. We have told you to wait to stay alive. When you get the information, follow the information. Do not flout any information given. When people are sitting at home on Monday, sit at home with them. When they're going to sit at home from the 5th until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released, sit at home with them. That is the way to stay alive. The Janjaweed are not shying away. All they want is to come and kill as many people as they want. You have seen that their imposter in Asorok have given them order to go to Anambra State and take as many lives as they can, because they want to impose their will on Anambra people. They have been doing it, and we have been endorsing it. But this time, the only difference is that the Biafrans said they will not endorse that fraud anymore. And now they want to force us by all means possible to endorse the fraud. We will not endorse the fraud. They have been appointing people for us. Let them go ahead and appoint another administrator in Anambra State. They have been doing it. The person that is near Obiano was appointed by them. That is why he has a member of Mieti Allah in his cabinet. That is why he put 500,000 prize on every Biafran head. What a shame. And today they will come out and tell you that if you don't vote, they're going to impose someone. They have been imposing people. State of emergency has been on Biafra land from civil war up to date. There is state of emergency. So why are you scared about all those languages? We are used to all those, but we want to change the narrative. That is why we will no longer endorse all those evil. That is the way to change the narrative. We cannot continue to endorse that evil. That is why we are participating on the civil disobedience fully. We are not part of the Janjaweed. We are not part of their so-called one Nigeria. We are not part of it. The only thing the Biafrans are calling for is referendum. Conduct a referendum so that we can go our separate ways. Conduct a referendum. If we lose the referendum, we remain with you. But if we win the referendum, we go our own way. Our plan is secular state, a place we can be able to defend as our nation. For now, our nation is under occupation by a British company called Nigeria. A British company called Nigeria is occupying our land, and we cannot have it. We can't have it. We can't have it. We cannot put our signature to that anymore. That is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said to us that there will be no election. He said it before he was kidnapped. There will be no election in Anambra State. And anybody parading him or herself as a politician, claiming that he knows Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or he's going to fight for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or whatever, you are on your own. You are on your own. The only thing we are demanding is the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. When he comes out, we can now sit with him, then he will tell us what to do. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we will not believe any second-hand information that you are bringing from DSS or second-hand information you are bringing from prison. Any second-hand information, we cannot accept it. We want our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to speak to us directly. Let us discuss with him and know the way to go forward. But for now, there will be no election in Anambra State. It doesn't matter the strategy they bring. It doesn't matter the angle they are coming from. We cannot continue to endorse the killing of the Biafrans. It is this same election that is killing Biafra. Every single governor they have appointed in Biafra land have always engaged in the killing of the Biafrans. It is this same election that proscribed every Biafran, made us terrorists. It is these same governors, they came together to proscribe every Biafran. When you hear they say they proscribe IPOB, IPOB is the indigenous people of Biafra. Anybody living in the old Southeastern region, it doesn't matter your tribe, it doesn't matter your religion, it doesn't matter if you're a family member of IPOB or not, you are indigenous and you are proscribed. Don't you ask yourself, why is it that somebody who is supposed to be representing you went to proscribe you? They went to proscribe you, and not today they are standing on that proscription. They will still come on national television to say proscribe. Meanwhile, the terrorists themselves are defending their own brothers. People who are terrorizing the country are defending their brother, defending their own people. Terrorists defending their own people. Recently, you see them making a case for terrorists, making a case for them at all time. They have come recently to tell us that they cannot be called terrorists. The bandits, the terrorists themselves who are bandits, who they rename to be bandits so that they can be acceptable, that they will not be addressed as terrorists. Have you asked yourself why? The people in the north come on national television to defend even Boko Haram. Your president today, the person, the imposter, the late Buhari, whom the imposter is playing his script, defended Boko Haram and said any fight against Boko Haram is a fight against the north. They stopped Ihejirika from wiping away Boko Haram. You have forgotten about that. But today, your own people who are asking for a legitimate right, self-determination, you are demonizing them, calling them names. Any Biafran who goes to endorse this very election endorses his or her death. If you want to stay alive, Stay away from anything that has to do with election. It doesn't matter the party, it doesn't matter who is involved, even if it is your parents, even if it's your parents that are sponsor. If you love your parents or your brother, tell them to stay away. Anything that has to do with any political party, it doesn't matter the party, whatever they give to you, give it back to them. Do not use any of their emblem. Don't participate if you want to be alive in Anambra State as I speak. This is the secret of living. The secret to survive in Anambra State is what I'm giving you. But if you decide to commit suicide, that is your own business. If you want to sacrifice yourself to them, they will definitely kill you, that is for sure. Because they are looking for the people to kill in order to blackmail IPOB and blackmail ESN. That is the only thing they are looking for. But we will not give them that opportunity. For the Biafrans who really want to stay alive, they will continue to stay alive. You can see the sit-at-home that went on yesterday was very wonderful. Even the governors who are pretending, the Imo State governor will come and tell you that Imo people are not participating. You saw the video from Imo State. Ebonyi State, you saw the video from Ebonyi State, you saw the video from Anambra State, you saw the video from Enugu State, you saw the video from every southeastern region. Every Biafra land, the videos came out. People are complying because they are demanding for what is theirs. Demanding for the unconditional release of Mohammadu Buhari, which is right to demand. The right to demand. And nobody can change that very thing that we have in our mind to get our freedom. No man born of a woman can deny us our freedom. We must surely get our freedom. It doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter what they do. Our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have already given us that step that we will follow to have our freedom. And we will take it. We are not waiting on anybody to give us freedom. We are going to take our freedom. Every single Biafran now have been possessed by the spirit of Biafra. And we are fighting head on. Every Biafran is a soldier. We are fighting head on to get our freedom. We are not fighting against innocent people. We are fighting a legitimate fight of freedom to get our freedom. Self-defense is the right of everybody. You have to defend yourself. It is only a tree that we hear that you want to cut it down and will still remain. Just like some trees that we have in the southeastern region. The politicians we have, who knows fully well that the Janjaweed are coming to kill. Yet, they are still playing the script of the Janjaweed, coming to talk down on people. I saw what a write-up that somebody was writing on Facebook saying that Ohaneze is saying that Mandela stayed in prison in 27 years, that why are we sitting at home for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu who had just stayed less than 1 month. This is the kind, if it is true that he said that, which I believe he can say. If it's true that Ohaneze Ndigbo really said that, which I believe they can say, it is a shame. It is a shame. This is how they see their child. This is how they see their people. They want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be in prison for a very long time. That is their plan. That is what they are. That is why they came to flash him to us in the court. But we are smarter than them. Mandela can stay for donkey years in prison before he was released. This is 21st century. In 21st century, such is not allowed. You cannot imprison an innocent person, a political prisoner. You cannot just imprison an innocent man who is standing for his own people for such a long time. It can never happen in this century. And that is what Ohaneze Ndigbo, that is supposed to represent their people, is comparing as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with the imprisonment of Mandela for 27 years. They want him to be like Mandela by staying in prison. But for now, they will not recognize him until he's been staying in prison for 27 years. This is the kind of people we have. They are still living in denial, living in a archaic age. When you listen to what is coming out from these people's mouth, you wonder, why must we be talking about elders? Why must we be looking for an elder to speak for us? Because these people don't want to change their narrative. They do not want to change from that have been abandoned by the West. The West have moved forward, far ahead, and still, the Janjaweed, the black people in this very contraption called Nigeria, the Biafrans, the so-called elite of Recieve are still living in the old ages. That is a comparison that somebody made. May Chukwu Abiyama have mercy on all of them. I will not curse them yet. Chukwu Abiyama knows the best way to handle them, and they will all go out. Each and every one of them that is fighting against Biafra, that don't want to see Biafra, they will never ever see Biafra. We will walk into Biafra without them. And as Biafra has come, they are all going to be wiped away. By all means, even the Janjaweed will wipe them away by themselves. The Janjaweed will take them out. Not even by Biafrans. The Janjaweed will take them out. It has started happening. Obadiah Melafia revealed this and people thought it was a joke. It is not happening. It is so sad that Obadiah Melafia himself lost his own life on that very issue. May his soul rest in peace. But these people who have refused to see reason, to fight along with their own children and defend their children will surely pay with their own life. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has given us every tool, made every revelation, and told us everything that we need to know. But people decided to turn blind eye to that revelation and that information that he gave to us. You can't force the horse to drink the water. You can only take him to the river, but you cannot force him to drink. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has done what he did, laid that foundation and told you what to do to be alive. And for we want to do that, which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has said, and we stay alive. That is why you must have to go and listen to the message of Allah Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. None of his message is old. They are new every morning. When you listen to his message, you will know where to follow, where to go, and what he is saying. You won't be deceived. Nobody is going to push you around and make you believe what you think. Nobody is going to make you begin to think, is it Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that said this or he didn't say that? He has said everything that you want him to say. He has said it in the past. That is why I am going to play another message of our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, His Excellency, to show you the path to follow. Let us listen to His Excellency, our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
We are making it very clear today that the Eastern Security Network is on the ground. We are on the ground in Benue State and in every part of Biafra land for that matter. We are in Cross River, we are in Akwa Ibom, we are in Bayelsa. Everywhere it is happening. Anywhere we confront Fulani headsmen, these terrorists, we will drive them away. Be rest assured, we are not going to rest one iota until our farmlands, our homes, and our forests are secure. What is happening in Yoruba land cannot happen in Biafra land. Nobody, no idiot can come from anywhere to claim any inch or parcel of Biafran forest. It is not doable. Instead, we all die there. That is why I am making this presentation live, at least for those of you who may be able to come over on Instagram, that I am on Instagram and I'm live. If you want to see a live video of this very broadcast, it is there. You can and should be able to see it. Anywhere in Biafra land we confront Fulani terrorists, we shall meet them head on. We know that they are part of the police and the army. Danjuma himself, General T.Y. Danjuma himself, testified before the British Parliament that the army of Nigeria and the police are colluding in the conquest of indigenous populations in Nigeria. And we are no exception to that very horrible and sinister conspiracy. The police we have in our land are terrorists in uniform. The army we have in Biafra land are basically terrorists. They are there to aid and to support Fulani Janjaweed advancement to the Atlantic Ocean. And we are there to stop them. And we are stopping them and will continue to stop them. A few days ago, as I said, we embedded our men and women of the Northern Command of Eastern Security Network. When we said Northern Command, people were confused. Biafra land is a nation. We have Northern Biafra, we have Central, we have the South, which is the coastal region, we have the East, and we have the West. When I talk about the Northern Command, I'm talking about the northern part of Biafra land, which incidentally starts from Benue State. So we are right to be there. If you don't want us to be in Benue State, quietly go back to Abuja and appeal to them. Tell them to release Igbo people in Benue and carve them back into Ebonyi State, where they should belong, or Enugu State, as the case may be. Therefore, anybody, one thing about Nigeria is that they tend to defend the aggressor. It is in the DNA in Nigeria to always support evil. That is why this very newspaper publication, I don't have a means of putting it here on Instagram where I am broadcasting live, where you can see my face and my facial expression, but it will be on my Facebook page. If you go there, you will see it. This publication was made on January 23 of 2021, this very year. It is a front page news by Vanguard. I want you to understand how an average Nigerian thinks, how they reason, why I think that Nigeria itself is a curse upon humanity. There on the front page, you will see, we will kill all policemen and take over Edo State. Fulani Janjaweed. Those they claim are foreigners. These people they told us are foreigners. They come from Mali, from Senegal, from Gambia, from heaven knows where, from Niger, from Chad, from Northern Cameroons. But they are in Nigeria, killing people, After killing us, they will not turn around and tell us to absorb them into our communities. That is why anybody, any Igwe, any PG, any greedy, avaricious fool, stupid enough to give any of our land to Fulani Janjaweed, you are finished. There was a man in Enugu that tried the same nonsense. Go and ask him where he is today. We take no prisoners. You see, the land of Biafra must be defended at all cost. At all cost. It is the land of God, given to his children for their eternal habitation. We may have failed in the past to recognize this very fact, but now that this generation has come, there is nothing anybody can do to stop us from restoring the kingdom of God upon the face of this very earth in the land of Biafra, without apologies to anybody. I understand that the Sadikin Fulani of Lagos went to see the U.S. ambassador to Nigeria in Lagos a few days ago. And according to the message, or should I say information coming out of the U.S. mission, they said is to foster cohabitation and unity, that diversity is strength. And I want to lay that particular nonsensical narrative to bed tonight before I continue any further. Anybody telling you about strength in diversity, that person is a liar and a deceiver. And the U.S. ambassador is a liar and a deceiver. One thing they don't teach we Africans is this. No country exists on a foundation of multiculturalism. There is nowhere in the world. Listen to me very carefully. All this nonsense, even the crap that Coca was coming up with, telling you about diversity is our strength and all that rubbish. Allow me to repeat, there is no country on this earth that survives on a foundation or a bedrock of multiculturalism. It doesn't exist. That is why multiculturalism in Africa is dead on arrival. It can never work. Because we are tribal beasts by nature. We are tribal by nature. That is why we travel from wherever we are during New Year's, during Christmas, during Easter, during New Year Festival to go back home where we come from. Because that is where we identify with. Now, let me ask the U.S. ambassador a very simple question. Is United States of America a multicultural society? U.S. that was created and built by Western Europeans. U.S. was created, should I say, created by God, of course. Built by Western Europeans. Mostly English people that was fed up with the way of life of the English monarchy. They went to America on Mary Rose. I want to ask the U.S. ambassador, I want to teach Africans what they don't know this evening. There is no country that functions on this multi-ethnic rubbish. Nowhere in the world. Not even the USA, that was created by people who are not indigenous to America. The owners of the soil of America are Native American Indians. That is a fact of life. God gave America to Western Europe to develop and gave them a special grace to be the beacon and the light and the conscience of the world. Because God knew that if he had left all these wonderful people in Europe, they would become contaminated. He removed them from Europe, sent them to America, built a wonderful nation as a shining light and a beacon for the whole world to look up to. Even that America that was built from scratch by people who are not indigenous to the land is not multicultural. Why am I saying this? America was founded on the principles of Judeo-Christian, Greco-Roman, democratic value systems. I repeat, America is not multicultural. They accommodate other races and other nations. Yes, they can accommodate you. But where you're coming into, the bedrock, the foundation of America is based on Judeo-Christian principles, Greco-Roman political ideology, which is republicanism. America is not multicultural. America is Western Europe. The value systems of Western Europe, Judeo-Christian, Greco-Roman, Republican governance. Had America been a multicultural society, they would have space for Sharia. I'm now addressing the U.S. ambassador to try to tell them to stop deceiving people. We are educated, we went to school for a reason. We are enlightened and we have our brain intact. There is no country on this earth that runs on this wishy-washy multiculturalism, it doesn't happen. What you have are established order and value systems upon which various cultures can now coexist. If you go to America, you coexist under the provisions of the United States Constitution. And the US Constitution is a Christian constitution, not Islam. America is not multicultural, but under that bedrock of liberty and egalitarianism, you allow other cultures to come in. But first of all, they must swear allegiance to or take an oath to uphold the Constitution of the USA. That is something that the US ambassador never told the Janjaweed that went to visit her. The same way that Nigeria cannot function as a viable entity. Wole Soyinka knows what I'm talking about. I'm even sure somebody who claims he's learned, as Bishop Coker is, understands what I'm talking about. No country on this earth. The value system of the State of Israel is based on Judaic principles. The value system of Russia is entirely theirs, it's based on theirs. It's the Russian way of doing things from times of the Tsar. If you go to Saudi Arabia, it is essentially a Sharia Islamic state. You can live there, no problem. You can build your churches if you want. I think they've not started to allow churches to be built. But it is never a multicultural society. Japan is not a multicultural society. China is not. They can accommodate you, but that doesn't mean they are this is the type of nonsense they feed Africans. And
after hearing the voice of Mohammadu Buhari, I must tell you, I am energized. I am strengthened more than ever. I want to move forward. I want to fight more, and there is no going back.
Win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Unapoli Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Unapoli Nandi bu onye du aimo. O meri woni nizu biroya. Abakare Mamanda Ora Unapuri Meri Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Unapuri Meri Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Unapuri Meri Nandi.